Right, this video is about how Allah chose you to be a mother. Right? Right. This video is about how Allah chose you to be a mother. Right? Or God, how by way you call it God, some call it Allah. Right? Allah chose you to be a mother. Right? And once Allah chose you to be a mother, right? It means that the other party, right, need to be come up to par with that standard, right? Because that reality, if Allah chose you to be a mother, right, it means that you already possess a heart, right? You already possess a nurturing heart inherently, right? You already possess that heart, right? Hey, Allah didn't choose me to be a mother, right? Allah chose you to be a mother, right? So that means that you already have the heart, right, to care for, right, to love, to care, to nurture a child, right? This is about putting on your foot, not taking up men who you had a fucking mother as well, right? Putting on your foot and saying, "Hey, I don't want to take up a male entity into my life who I had a mother as well." You shouldn't have to be mother in your husband, girl, right? You should not have to be mother in your husband, right? You shouldn't have to be mother in a man in your life, a next man in your life. You should not have to be being a mother, right? Once God bless you with the ability to procreate, to have a baby, right, you inherently have the ability to nurture and care for your children, right? And therefore, the person who is to come into your life, right, the person who's to match you, right, the person who's to come into your life, the person to match you is to be into partnership with you, right? Is to be in partnership with you, right? Is to care for you as a woman, right? Care for you as a female, right? Care for you as a mother. Care, 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 right? True care. Love you as a woman. Care for you as a woman, right? Respect you as a woman, right? That is how that's supposed to play out, right? You already blessed inherently. Allah give you that care in you, right? To care for your children, to bring children, to care for your children, to bring children to the earth, right? Why would you take men, right? Or a man, right? Who you have to mother as well, right? Take a man who say, hey, one day, or hey, a couple days for the week, 2, 3 days, 4 days for the week, 2, 3 days. Hey, let me make something for you to eat. Hey, let me just help you out. Let me just do something. Or let me just do something instead of going all over all of the place drinking, smoking, right? Why it is that you had to take up a responsibility one in order to, you already mother and you already mother and 3, 4 children, and on top of that you want to take up men, right, who you have to be a mother to, right? You want to take up you want to take a man, right? This is responsibility not on a mother part, right? On a girl's part, female's part, to know your worth, right? Stop taking up deadbeat people, right? Money had nothing to do with it, right? I leaving money out of the equation. I talking about simple, hey, how your mindset, your mindset. That's what I talking about. Me even talking about money, finances, nothing like that. Because most of the time women are even concerned, right, about them thing. Okay, let me pull back on that conversation. Most of the time, several women in the world not even concerned about them thing. A lot of women concerned about emotional intimacy, nurture, and that kind of thing, right? So, hey, why as a female, right, would you choose, right, to align yourself with a man who you have to mother when you already have 3, 4 children, right? I feel like everybody in this world is what too fucking hard slap, right? Why would you want to align yourself with a man, right, who you have to mother? Hey, get real men, right? Get real men, right? Stop aligning, this for females. Stop aligning yourselves, right, with men, right, who drink and smoke and run around the place, right? Talking about you, saying child mother this, child mother that, right? And it's still forgiven, 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 right? Stop doing them thing, right? I don't like them kind of things, right? You need to be responsible enough to know, hey, I deserve this person. I don't deserve this person. I deserve this person, right? Because I would hate, right, getting into a relationship with somebody and having to be the mother, right? That thing is such a fucking turn off, right? Such a turn off, right? Just like how a man got hate being in a relationship with me and having to be my father, right? There's a turn off for he don't. Hey, which man want to be in a relationship with me and he had to be to me like I see daughter or even granddaughter, right? It don't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense, right? Because you supposed to be, I don't want to mother you, I don't want you father me, right? We're supposed to be in equal partnership, right? When I say equal partnership, I mean with emotions, with care, right? With love, right? Even well, finances is an arrangement between all the how they choose to work out all the situation, but talking about the real actual care, right? Equality and that care, as you are my wife, you are my wife, I'm your husband, I'm your husband, you are my wife, and we have a mutual care, and we say, hey, ain't nobody on the outside, right, could come and talk shit about we, ain't nobody on the outside could come and talk, spread talk about we, ain't nobody on the outside, right? Hey, here what? Ain't nobody on the outside could come and spread shit talk about me and you because hey, we in a solid relationship together, right? And I, as a member of this family, as a member of this relationship, as a male or female in this relationship, in this partnership, will never, right, go about and say XYZ bad about you, right? Never, right? That is how solid that situation is supposed to be. Hey, me, right? Like, hey, boy, check me with my ex something, right? Hey, I never say, hey, with person I was living with something, I would never say something wrong, right? Never, right? Even if that person is my, if that person, will I live with that person, right? Anytime I have that conversation with that person, I'll be like, hey, this person is a nice person, this person is a good person, right? And that is how I operate. Maybe once I maybe say hey, I had this one experience and it was unpleasant, right? Because a situation where somebody supposed to stand up for me in a situation and they didn't, right? So, but in a general sense, right? You in a relationship with somebody, you never supposed to bad talk that person, right? If I in a relationship with you and you in a relationship with me, and no condition, partner, I don't want to be in a relationship with a man who end up going and telling a woman on the outside, hey, XYZ about that person, XYZ about this person, right? You in it, just imagine how embarrassing that situation is wrong, right? And it is not right, right? Imagine I being in a relationship with you, right? You being in a relationship with me, and both of us, right? Even if it's both of us going about and spread and talk about my wife this, my husband this, right? I don't ever, I would never find myself in that kind of situation, right? And that's why, I can remain single too because I don't trust people out there, right? Because here, what I will never put myself in a situation with a man or a girl, right? And they going around, right, saying, my wife is my all your bonds supposed to be so freaking solid and nothing external. Once you out there and somebody brings some kind of shit talk about you or your wife or you and your husband, you supposed to defend that thing like no freaking other, like nothing, right? Like no other. That's how solid you and your relationship supposed to be. That why I don't entertain no I not entertain no kind of shit conversation. Hey, when people come talking about my wife this, my wife that, my husband this, my husband that, right? But I don't want to hear all your talk. I don't want to hear all your talk. Because at the end of the day, that the mother that bring your children into the world, that father your child, and that the father that father and your child, right? And all is supposed to be solid like no other. Defend each other like no other, right? Anytime somebody coming with shit talk wrong earlier, right? That is the kind of solid parent and I want if I had to reincarnate. If I had to reincarnate into all your womb, right, and be part of all your prick energy, right, that's the kind of solid mother and father that I want in the world, that regardless of what, anybody saying shit talk, shit talk, shit talk, shit talk, but anyhow, right, you defend that situation because you know it's not so. You know it's not so, right? And stop entertaining shit talk, shit conversation. If I had to reincarnate into the womb of another female, it had to be that female I had the capacity to defend herself, defend her husband. That man had to defend himself, defend his wife, and defend me, right? Because that's what family is. That is what family is. That is what family is supposed to be. We not supposed to be entertaining no shit talk, right? About anybody, right? Coming and wanting to say, XYZ about you, XYZ about you, XYZ about you, right? Good.